Hey, how you doing? That was a doozy last night, huh? It's Sunday. Sunday night chat here in the hotel again. I don't even know what to talk about, man. I am so spent. This past week has been a week. I drove from LA up to Seaside on the Monterey Peninsula to work on a project for Rich and Jackie, who, thanks guys. I mean, you can't find two nicer people. Now, people who know Jackie might not go along with this because I'm saying they're really nice people, but I'm just screwing with you, Jackie. You're awesome and you know it. If you're awesome and you know it, clap your hands. If you're awesome and you know it, clap your hands. If you're awesome and you know it, but your face never shows it. Anyhow, yeah, really nice people. So they've got this house that was built in the 1930s, custom for this woman that Jackie knew. She grew up right next to this lady. So this house has been in her life her whole life. And she was telling me, she was adamant that it was designed and built with the windows opening out, these casement windows. And I'm there. I think that's probably true. I've never seen that before, and it typically wouldn't make any sense. Initially, when they called, it was for that. They wanted me to maybe, they're having issues when the windows were closed, like air would still come through, stuff like that. So she was looking at the best way to deal with it, and old school bronze, spring bronze is not a bad idea, although that's more designed for double hung windows, sash windows, you know, that lift up and down, and also casements that close from the inside. But okay, that was the plan. It was so funny because I didn't know what we were going to do exactly. So she went through all this rigmarole to order this stuff from the East Coast and get it here the next day, and we didn't even use it. And then it was the threshold thing, which you guys saw, right? I did a video on that. It's like, you know, carpentry in Monterey or something. I don't remember the name of the video. It's like it's here. You'll see. If you're interested, you'll find it. And taking my friggin' boots off here. So the threshold turned into a thing, as I figured it might. There was some. There's no new termite damage. The house had been tented a while ago, so there was no sign of new insect damage. But there had been some stuff there, so I dealt with it at that point where the threshold is. I put it underneath the king studs and sistered some wood underneath there to hold everything in place. It should be fine. It's not a contractor thing, like, you know, you could open that whole wall and whatever. It is interesting. There's a point with this sort of thing where if you think it out and you think the money. So they had a custom set of doors made. It's an arched door. Now that door, she showed me old pictures, and I looked at the pictures, and it was obvious that those doors opened into the room originally. At some point, they made them open out. So if you think about what they went through to have those doors made and hung, and then having me come to do this threshold thing and everything else, when you think about the money versus also trying to make things weather tight and close, all the rigmarole that you got to go through to make that work, when you add all that up versus having a company make a set of doors that's already in a jam with a sill and everything, so it's watertight at the factory, so to speak, and then you open that up. Now, when you open the wall up to do that, yes, that's when you're going to see. If you need to replace framing, that's the way to do it, because you can replace all the framing. And they've already had the exterior of the house re-stuccoed and skim-coated and painted, so they're not going to go through that now. So that's a thing, right? They don't know. Nobody knows sometimes. You're trying to do one thing at a time. This is no knock on them. I'm just saying it's something that we realize later. And anyhow, it came out great. You guys saw what I did. If you haven't seen what I did, go back and look at the video. I made it pretty weather tight. The thing was it wasn't just putting the sill in, you know. I had to do the bottom sill part, and then I had to make these doors. These doors were not closing right. It was so crazy. did all that. Then I also worked on their front door, and the front door was a custom door made by a guy. And, you know, I don't like picking other people's work apart. You can pick my work apart. But they did a Dutch door, right? You know what that is. It's a split level door. So you can open the top part and bottom part's still there. If you got pets, it comes in handy. There it comes in handy because they open their front door and their back door. They get this breeze that cuts through the house. I got to tell you, Seaside, up there in Monterey, beautiful, incredible weather. I mean, this time of year, end of June, and it's like 53 degrees at night. And then it's overcast a lot during the day, so it's like 60. And when the sun breaks, it's like 75 max, and that feels hot. But it's not overbearing because you get the breeze all day. It's lovely. It is a lovely place weather-wise, and Seaside's still kind of affordable. It used to be kind of a problem town, I guess. There was a military base there back in the day. So anyhow, that was just a really wonderful time. Let me insert a couple clips here real quick for you. I think I shot a couple clips while I was riding the bike down through Cannery Row. These clips aren't necessarily of Cannery Row. It's beautiful there. I have to go back, but take a look at this. We're done. It's Friday. I'm about to get on the bike and cruise. I'm going to ride down through Cannery Row and all that. I'm going to take you guys along with me. I like it here. I didn't see you guys down there, sorry. Okay, so there's that. That was beautiful. I think I already mentioned this in the video, but I'll mention it again here about that particular area. But just in general, this have tools will travel thing is no joke with me. If if you have something that you think you'd want me to do, I'm open to doing it. You know, we can work out a deal, and I'm cool. That's what the van is for. We're going to get to the van here in a moment, too. I forgot to look at the watch. Like I said, I'm getting a late start. It's already about 5:30 right now, and usually I shoot this at about 2 and then upload it. It's usually up by this time, so apologies, but you guys understand. As I said, I've been working in the heat all day. Anyhow, real quick, last thing on the Monterey thing, which I think, well, I know, it's the same everywhere. Everywhere I go, when the subject comes up, when people see what I do, or if they know what I do already, they've seen the videos, they've seen my work, or I'm there doing a project, whatever, I hear the same thing. Nobody does what you do here. There's no craftsmen around here, blah, blah, blah. And I feel weird hearing that because there's got to be. There's got to be guys that can do pretty good work. But it's true. It's hard to find those guys. And guys like me are typically busy. Now, I try not to be busy on purpose because I don't like working all that much, to be honest with you, because I get just burned out on it to a certain extent. So, you know, there's that. But a chance to go someplace and hang with cool people in some new town, that's always fun for me. It's like a working vacation. That's fun. And when the people are that gracious, and this is typical, I don't expect this ever. But it's very common for me where I'll go someplace. I mentioned before, so I've done, let's say in the last, I don't know, since 2018. I've done a lot more before this. Actually, yeah, we'll go back a little ways. Doesn't matter. Fuck the dates. But I mean, I've done a job in upstate New York. I've done multiple jobs at the Jersey Shore, Toms River, stuff like that. I did a job in Georgia. I did a hunting cabin in West Texas. It just goes on and on and on. Now Monterey, you know, I did a job in Santa Cruz a few years ago. The point is, yeah, I could sleep in the van, bring a decent kit of tools and get something done. That's fun for me. I enjoy it. So really, I'm still building the van. The van is not done. Working on it today. You guys are going to, some of you will dig on this. Some of you won't get it, but I'll explain it to you. But I'm trying to make the van more capable off-road. You know, so I could get to places that are more remote, because the fantasy is, Mike, how you doing? I've been watching your video. I got a cabin in Montana. You know, it's like at 8,000 feet up, and I need a guy to go up there and build me some furniture or something. All right, man. You know, no sweat. That would be cool. That's what I'm hoping I can do. Yeah, I mean, the big fantasy is you eventually get out of that apartment in LA and just be at the house in Arizona, and then in the warm months, not be there. You know, like now through September, not be in Arizona. So that's kind of the life I'm going to try to set up for myself here. So you guys might be a big part of it. And yeah, last night with this whole, yeah, I did an edible. I don't know what the milligrams are on it. I have a pretty high tolerance for stuff. I think that these things are pretty powerful. It's not even on the package, which probably tells you it is probably over the top. I don't remember who gave them to me, but I do remember that person laughing as they handed them to me. So it was probably a setup. Whoever you are, mention something in the comments. I have the stuff from Wonder Hussy too, but I don't think I've actually tried hers yet. I still have them with me too. They're still sealed. I was texting with her, by the way. Sarah's been texting me in the last couple of days. She's going to come down to LA in the next few weeks. So she's wondering what we could do, what we could film. So I'll have to come up with something. Put your suggestions down below. That'll be fun. And yeah, last night, there was parts of it that I didn't even get into. So I said I went down there and I got the water to the van. You know, the back and forth, forgot the keys, the long walk. I'm friggin' lit. I got this paranoia thing. It's friggin' horrible. The chick named after the fruit is down there right now. Hello, sir. Good evening, sir. I'm just like, I gave her a little smile tonight. But I'm telling you, I'm sure I scared the hell out of them last night. Because I know I had a look on my face like, yeah, it wasn't good. But my thought was when I said I went out there and I had to get the mic and the little tripod here too, is I'm down there by the van and I'm taking it apart. I'm unscrewing it. Looks like I'm putting a silencer on a rifle or something, and I put the parts in the pocket. Anyhow, it was fine. I kind of stayed up too late because my mind was racing, and I watched a little YouTube, so I didn't really get to bed till about midnight, and then I was up at 7. So it took a lot out of me. And the whole week it was working all day, every day. And I wasn't necessarily getting the best sleep in the van just because I was parked in a driveway. And that street that they're on happens to be a street that people are using right now. It's unfortunate. They want to get speed bumps put in because people are speeding through that little neighborhood because it avoids this other spot where there's stop signs and whatnot. So there's that. And sometimes there's a little park there. So the night before last, like 12:30, a car parked with a loud exhaust note and they're playing bump, 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 bump music and they're all smoking grass. I can hear it and smell it and they're all coughing. And they were there for like a half hour. So, it's not easy to sleep through that. I'm not complaining for Jackie and Rich there. You guys are awesome. I'm just saying it was a thing. So last night I zonked out. But I got up this morning tired. And as you know, I didn't eat dinner last night. So this morning I went over to the Black Bear. I did a short on it. I left here, went to the Black Bear diner, whatever the hell you call it, had breakfast, made it back here, all in about an hour or maybe a little under. So it took less time for me to drive 3 miles each way, so total 6 miles, order and eat breakfast and get back here. That was less time than it took to get that burger last night. And that burger, I'm telling you, it was 2 patties, just like hockey pucks, totally dry, like little pieces of like foam insulation with no flavor. I had 1 bite of it. It was disgusting. Like no condiments on there, no bacon like I ordered. Didn't bring me anything. It was terrible. To wait, it was an hour and 20 minutes. I wasn't sure last night, but I remembered now. To wait that long, I ordered it at like 6:30 and I got it at like 8 o'clock. So, well, shit, that's an hour and a half. So it took an hour and a half to get that burger. And I told the guys, like, why didn't you just leave? Why didn't you just tell them you didn't want it? At that point, I was kind of stewing over it. I was lit too. I mean, that shit was kicking in, man. And I really needed to eat something. And I'm just sitting there. And now I'm starting to think, well, how long is this shit going to take? Now I just wanted to know. I just wanted to see what would happen. And the idea of not, and the thing that gets me about it is it gets there and it's horrible. Like I said, that chick, the cook, puts it down and says, no cheese or no queso. Like she's throwing it at me. Like I did something wrong. All I did was sit there. Granted, after about 40 minutes, I had a friggin' scowl on my face. Deservedly so. And I'm the asshole? I'm the asshole? No queso. Like, you know what happened? I'll tell you what happened. You guys know how this shit works. Autopilot. They made that fucking burger 40 minutes earlier, and they put cheese on it. And then that chick said, no cheese. And then the chick behind there went, fuck it. Put it on the side because she was pissed because somebody ordered it different than the menu. And there was 1 chick in there cooking there were 6 people at one table. There was 3 people over here, a couple other people. I ordered dinner before everybody else. Everybody else got their meal before me. The 6 people were there before me. So their food was coming out. But they got 1 person in there cooking each dish individually. You understand what I'm getting at. If you've ever been in the food service business or anything, you know how this works. They don't know what the fuck they're doing. And it's terrible. It's a real fucking shame. But whatever. It's not like I'm paying for it. Although I did pay. That was the thing. She knew what they did. You look at that burger. Anybody looking at that burger knows it's fucking garbage, right? 1 bite, put it down. I'm paying for it. I was trying to give her an opportunity to say, I'm sorry, sir. The wait was so bad. You're not happy with your food. You don't have to worry about paying. But no. She took the money. Hyatt House in Vacaville. I'm just telling you what it is now. I put it on the end of the video, but now you know, because I'm here tonight and I leave tomorrow morning, and tomorrow I'm in the shop all day working on this project, and then I'm probably going to sleep in he's got air conditioning there, so he's got an air mattress. I'm probably going to sleep there tomorrow night, and then which is Monday. So Tuesday I'll head home, and I'm gonna look at the map tomorrow night and figure it out. I think I'm gonna head. I keep saying west. I think I'm gonna head east to the 395 and take the 395 home through Lone Pine and all that. It's higher elevation. Maybe I'll find a place to camp out or something on the way home. Not really camping. I got all my tools with me, so find some place to sleep on the way back, possibly. That seems nice. Cut the drive in half basically and make it like a 3-hour drive on Wednesday morning and get back to LA. That's kind of what I'm thinking. So what was I doing today? I was at my guy's company. It's Extreme Outback Products. He makes probably the best compressor for airing your tires up. For those of you that don't get it, if you do overlanding, if you're in a 4x4, that sort of thing, if you take your vehicle off-road, you want the ability to air up your tires, because the right thing to do is to air your tires down. Why do you air your tires down? Well, a couple of reasons. Number one, it helps with your suspension. If there's less air in the tire, it adds a little suspension, a little cushion. You're not jarring your friggin' vehicle to pieces when you're on corrugations and bumps and things like that. The other thing it does is it adds traction. So if you get into something like sand and you have low tire pressure, you have more traction and you won't get stuck. Or if you didn't take the air out of your tires and you get stuck in the sand, you take the air out of your tires, and more often than not, you can roll out of that. So that's the thing. So you have a couple options for putting air back in your tires. And a lot of people, and I have one, I have a Smitty-built compressor. But the thing is you have to dig that thing out. All right, you have that stored someplace in your vehicle. You got to dig that thing out, and you got to bring it up to the vehicle. You got to pop the hood. You got to clamp it onto the battery. The vehicle has to be running no matter what compressor you're running, but turn your vehicle on and you do one tire at a time. And it takes a while. And the Smitty-built compressor is no slouch. It's a decent machine. It's got some weight to it. Now, what a lot of people do is they build a rig, and what they'll do is they'll mount a compressor either inside the engine compartment or somewhere else underneath the vehicle, so it's there all the time. And then they'll have a quick catch coupler, sometimes two of them or more. We're going with two on my van. We're putting one in the front grille and one in the rear bumper. And the idea here is George's going to make me some custom lines, one with an air gauge in it. And what I'll be able to do is I'll be able to plug it in the back, hook it up to the two back tires, and inflate both of them at the same time to the exact pressure. And with his product, it takes a lot less time. It inflates a lot faster. And then I unplug that, I go to the front, boom, plug that in, do the two front tires. Lickety split, and all I'm dealing with is a coil hose that compacts pretty small that I can store. That's great. That's great. So, and this is a product George is doing for me. It's not costing me any money. He's helping me immensely with the install, as you'll see in the video. We tried to use 1/4-inch thick steel to make the straps for the compressor, but I couldn't. I thought I could bend it. I thought I could heat it and bend it, or groove it and bend it. And it was, on the first try, I was like, you know what? I'm doing the math. It's going to take too long. Let's go back and get some 3/16. And that was fine. It was a lot easier to bend, and it's rock solid. I'm still going to have to do a heat shield on it because it's kind of near the exhaust, not touching the exhaust. But heat can build up there, and we're going to add that to it. So when you see it, don't go jumping all over it. I know it's going to happen. So that's what I did all day today with George. And I was had a hungover kind of feeling in a way, just because I was just wasted, from being up all night. And it's funny too. You think somebody said in the video, oh, you're at the end of the hall on the 4th floor. It's quieter. No. The stairwell is right here. It's like every 15 minutes somebody's using the stairs, and the doors tonk, tonk, tonk. It's right across the hall. So that goes on all day and night. This is like all I'm saying is, if you got a rig that you can sleep in, don't use a hotel. Sleep in your rig, man. Once in a while, it's good to get a hotel if you're on the road for a while and you want to sleep in a bed and get a shower and that sort of thing. That's a benefit. But all this other stuff, it's like I wouldn't have paid for this. If I paid for this, I'd be pissed. If I was paying for this whole experience and I had that thing last night, I might have made a little bit of a stink. I just don't like being that guy. I might have said this in the video last night. It's, look, life is 10% shit happens, 90% how you deal with it, right? So what are you going to do? Are you going to be that guy? Yeah, sure. I'm doing it. I did a video. I've outed this place. That's enough. Some people might see it. By the way, on that video, I think the title of it is 58-year-old on edibles or something with a language warning. Because I thought last night, of course I was loaded, I thought, that could be a video that could catch on. That could be a kind of a viral video, but it's me meandering, so maybe it's not enough. I also don't think that YouTube's letting a wide swath of the YouTube viewing public see my stuff. It does seem like it's just you guys. Those of you who are subscribed are kind of seeing my stuff. I don't know how many of my videos are. If you're a first-time viewer here, if the YouTube algorithm is giving you this video or last night's video, do me a solid, man, and leave a comment and let me know that. I might want to change that title a little bit, where it's like the worst hotel experience ever while on edibles. Maybe that's a better title. Maybe I'll even do a screen grab as a snapshot and add text and use that as a thumbnail thing. You guys know me. I'm not big on doing that, but I feel like that's a fun video. I don't know. I haven't even read all the comments yet. I got to open up the computer. I need a shower. I need to do a lot of stuff. So anyhow, today, that's all it was. This is not a super entertaining video for you guys. I get it. I'm not being all funny and everything because I'm wore the fuck out, man. I'm wore out. Holy Toledo. And it's hot up here. Right? It's friggin' hot. There's no air conditioning in the shop. You're not in the sun, but you're baking. That takes a lot out of you. After being in what I consider perfect weather at the beach, 50s to 60s, that's my ideal. I mean, I wear shorts with a flannel and flip-flops. I'm friggin' happy, man. That's what I like. So coming here is a little rough. I'm gonna need to rest from this. The other thing is I have to, and I know I say this all the time, when I get back to LA, I'm riding the bike more. I'm working on what I'm putting in my body, and I got to start a routine. I'm going to try to get to Arizona as soon as possible because I brought my P90X DVDs there. I'm going to bring them back to LA and start. I think I'll do that. I lent Dave Dave, are you listening? You driving to work right now? You listening? What's the DDP yoga? If you burned that already, let me have that. I can maybe start with that. The DDP yoga doesn't feel like you're doing a workout, but it's real. It's no joke. It's isometric, so you're like flexing your muscles as you're in like a yoga pose, and you get that pumping. It really does work. Maybe I'll start with that, and I'll keep doing my push-ups and everything else. Bottom line, I'm in these hotels, and I'm looking at myself in these mirrors, and I'm like, dude, you got to do something. That's pathetic. And I'm not getting any younger, so I got to get back on that again. So that's going to have to be a major priority. And I guess that's about it. I don't know what else to tell you guys. Like I said, I am just wore the hell out. But at least you know what's going on, right? I wanted to get this out to you. I don't think I've missed a Sunday since I started this. I don't know that I remember to put each Sunday night chat video in the playlist called Sunday Night Chat Video. I may have. I don't know. Have I been doing this a year? I don't know. You guys are going to have to tell me. But I don't think I've missed a Sunday yet because of you. Because it seems like you guys like this for some reason. I don't know. I do appreciate it, though. So I got some stories out of this. It's going to be funny stuff. It's all going to get incorporated into some routines, I think. I think last night with being on the edibles and telling that story strictly for comedy will be funny. I think I can shorten that up a little bit and get to the zingers in there, the crazy down the thing again, up the thing again, down the thing again. I think it could be good. It was funny as it was, I thought. But then again, critiquing myself, I got to stop laughing at the shit that I say. You have to understand, I don't think I'm funny like normally. I'm just being myself, but sometimes I hear what I'm saying and it makes me laugh. I laugh at, not that I think it's funny, I laugh at how ridiculous it sounds after it comes out of my mouth. I'm laughing at myself I'm not laughing because I think I'm funny. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm laughing like I can't believe I just said that. It's ridiculous. That's what's funny to me. That's why I crack me up. So, yeah, I'm just throwing that out there because I got that criticism from a longtime friend of mine. And that's it. So you guys have a good night. Thanks for being here. If this seems like I'm half-assing it tonight, you're right. I am. I'm totally half-assing it. I think I deserve that. I've been working every single day, you know, every day. Even yesterday when I got here, you know, we put the truck up on the lift and started figuring stuff out and bought stuff and all that. And then today, all day working. So I'm actually looking forward to getting back to LA and not working for a couple days and then figuring something out. Because I got to figure out my next thing to bring in some coin, right? Is that it? I think that's it. I think that's all I need to say to you right now. So I'm done with you for tonight, for now. Be good. Be good to one another. And I'll catch you in the next one.